it will be in two parties now. Why is it that they didn't demolish the side of the Sunrise? There is nothing that was done in Sunrise area. They were not demolished.
Now, who oversees these settlements which you talk about, and where did it happen?
The former minister, FCT.
That's Mohammed Bello?
Yes, Mohammed Bello. He was the one that initiated the meeting. And also...
I am so sorry that the sound was very low. Sorry about that. Now it's very loud. And I think the issue, I'm sorry, like, is it just me? Again, just probably my brain is telling me that we no longer experience that delayed lead in the broadcast anymore. Could you confirm that? Yeah, let me know, okay? I kind of like, while we had that break, okay, I went on to go and check the broadcast, right? And I sort of feel like it seems perfect, right? Apart from my unshaved beard and unshaved head, all right? Like, the picture is fine, the audio is fine, or do you notice any lagging? Just like I am talking to you right now, I'm asking you to pay attention now if you probably never really did. Right? Okay. I will read the comments. However, you see, that sunny side, the sun sky side or so. I'm sorry. The guy who just spoke earlier is an Igbo man, a real estate business. You know the story. Okay. But here is what Wike said in defense. And please don't say I'm paranoid. All right. And I'm not asking you to watch this video because you don't. And I would want you to actually watch this video without your mind that doesn't like Wike. Even though this may make you even not like him more. But I want you to kind of leave that bias, okay? And just pretend that you are listening to a government official talking about why he's taking on a multi-billion real estate mogul and his property, and how this sound to you. We'll come back to being Wike. I don't know how many of you will be able to watch him for 1 minute without actually getting to, you know, that what you have for him will begin to kick in. But I hope you won't. I really need you to listen to him and see that Nigeria is finished, because these are those deciding things in that country.
What is this? Company A presented their own. Company B presented their own. Company C, Company D, Company E. I said, okay. I'm going to seek for advice from external solicitors. I'm not going to take from inside house, because the legal secretariat and land department have been so compromised. So I saw the views of very senior lawyers. Two of them wrote to be different opinions, but arriving at the same thing. First of all, what happened? This land, this so-called ethnic Jugoist talk about, was allocated when there was no minister. The minister left May 29th, 2023. By June, the land had been allocated. By director of lands.
No, but he said he got approvals from the former FCT minister.
If I tell you so many things, it is not as they, you see, these are the things they are clever by half. We all met, it's okay. Company B, this, don't do anything again. Until we're able to take a final decision. Do you know what happened? These guys, thinking they are too smart, went on, started fencing, and then allocated the land to people to buy. How did I know? A lady came and said, look, Honorable Minister, I want you to advise me. There's a place I want to buy land. I said, where are you buying land? He said, so area. I said, hey, no, we're having problem with the person. Don't. Another time the lady came back. It's a friend of mine, came back. So look, you're telling me, but people are buying buildings. Say what? Now I was going to commission the biggest water park at Sunrise. So I passed, it was the same area. I thought, what is going on? Then I commissioned the water park. And then, do you know that for me to commission that water park, it was a Friday. On a Thursday, this same company called Praco and their allies have gone to court, stopping me from commissioning the water park project. And aligned with the LCT lawyer. You see how fraudulent these guys can be? Unfortunately, they didn't get the injunction. I drove from that place, came back, and called the general counsel. Come, who is doing this case for FCT? He said an external lawyer. External lawyer? Call the external lawyer. Get us our file back. How can you go and compromise with a plaintiff against us? I mean, I've never seen people who are so fraudulent in life. What they do here, they sue you, they sue me as FC minister. I'm not aware of the suit.
Because he claimed that there are two subsisting court decisions.
Hold on. Look, you know these guys? They think we're PDP Anambra State. That is their job. They have court judgments in their pocket. These are people, that's how they keep PDP in Anambra State. They can produce court orders, judgments overnight. Of all of them. They came with their lawyers, senior advocates. And I said, look, what is this? Company A presented their own. What is?
So what do you think? I will help you. Before he became a minister, a company that is making a land investment, as they do in Nigeria, somebody will come and he will buy a large expanse of land, okay? And they will call it Mayegun's Estate or Mayegun's, what's that fancy name you can give to my estate? It's not my estate, but like, you know, I am the landlord. I bought the land. And I'll begin to sell or resell the land to prospective home dreamers. Most of them are abroad. Because we are the people that could easily cough out some money like that because you are buying assets in Nigeria. A lot of you abroad have your property scattered all over this funny named estates in Nigeria. You know what I'm talking about. But some of them are named after you. Like your money is so long that you actually did the same thing this Abuja investor did, like that. So then you need, after you have done what you have to do, then you will need to bribe the government officials. Starting with, if it is a state governor, you go to the governor. If you pay anybody without paying the governor, that means you just give free money. So whatever approval they give to you, the governor can cancel it. Also, if the area is so lucrative that for you to continue to enjoy it, that a governor approve it for you does not mean it is your own forever. If another governor come, he may make his own demand. And if his demand is for you to just give him something and continue, and that's fine. But if his demand is that he's interested in the whole place, like, sorry, who's the owner of that place there, that estate there? He said, it's one Mayegun, he lives in Glasgow. He lives in Glasgow. Well, how old is he? He's just this 40-year-old guy. I said, I've been seeing that place for a long time before I became governor. So it's owned by a young boy. Is he a member of our party? He said, no, one mad boy. I said, well, then that land didn't get approval. It's all of now where I don't sell land to, who are now my tenants, because I own the estate per se. I don't even know if that makes sense, okay? Because you said the land to them, the land belongs to the people you sold the land to. You are just the landlord who sold the land, okay? So then the governor can come and say they should, all of you should leave because you did not buy the land correct. Meanwhile, remember, now the same system signed for it too. Somebody there yesterday signed for it. But this one wants his own share. So if he's asking you for money, you may pay. But if he really feels like I can take it from you and give it to other people, yes, he can. Yeah. I know it's wrong, but it is Nigeria. They can take it from you. What about the court? Oh, come on. Don't be naive. Court, bow. Courts, all the courts and the judiciary, they are all in on it. You understand? So, yeah, that is exactly what is playing out here. And I do not want to really say it's because the man is Igbo, if not because what the man said. The former minister under Bokuwari collected his own share after the guy must have paid the owners of the land. And then everything seems fine. But Wike is now the minister of Abuja. And when they discovered that one person owns over 200 hectares of land in Abuja and is already sold some of the land to new home dreamers to build their homes and all of that. And it's probably like, oh, no way, no way that I'm not going to be part of this. No way. And they do not care about the financial implication to this business and their business shareholders too. They do not care. It is Nigeria. You either go and start bribing one Obi or Oba, or you go and bribe one Emir or, Sultan that can help you talk to. I'll take you to the president. They can talk to. That's the only person that can stop. Court can't stop Wike. Court can't stop all these guys except you go to the higher hierarchy in their ranks. In the case of this Wike, you'd have to go to the president, and that would be the Kolu Tifnumbu. That's how Nigeria works. So the guy would have to be ready to pay bribe of billions. That will likely be maybe 1/3 of the value of his entire investment. And that will likely be running him out of business. But they don't care. Pay me, I'll take it from you, and force everybody that you have sold the land to that they should go and hold you to pay them. Baba, you have a government approved document, approve this or that. And the minister, from the same office, so the minister sitting in an office says the document is fake. The document signed by his own predecessor. Somebody before him signed those documents. But when it came to him, because he hasn't been or he's interested, automatically the document became fake. Like, come on, man. Nigeria is frustrating. Nigeria will kill you before your time. And I don't know how much you have to lose more. I have seen people that Nigeria happened to that they did not survive it. I would have played you the second part of this clip, which is the part of the owners himself, where he categorically said when they met with Wike, the first surprise he displayed was that how did an Igbo man acquire this kind of land mass in Abuja? How did you let that happen? I swear that's what they said he said. And you can tell that from what he also said, that he was more like the businessmen were like Anambra PDP. Why Anambra PDP? The businessmen got a court judgment that he did not know about. So that he, as a minister, did not know that the ministry, FCT, has been sued. Okay, the ministry that he is superintending is being sued. So if he is not aware, because of the type of system they run there, does that then mean that the court order or the court judgment that he probably would love to deny ever happened? It is Nigeria. Just remember that. But I have something I want to go to because I was going to take calls, but I don't think the time will let us do that so much this evening, but we will try. Okay. In Nigeria, if you are 40 years old and above, you are likely going to be waiting or relying on your parents' benevolence. The people that will give you pocket money live in the house for free. And you can now use your 40s and 50s to what? To lick the asses of men like this. The men of yesteryears. Archaic, old relics, demented, selfish, kleptomaniac, and so on and so forth. The rogues that will superintend the country with this kind of start on your screen. I mean, of what use is that age? That you use your youthful age to serve those whose children are waiting to take over, and for your children to serve too. So that's a symbol. Like if you have these two images, this first one and this one, which of them do you really think should be put forward before children when you really want to motivate them? Now, be honest here, okay? I do not want you to be biased, all right? Now, this is an old guy, old youth from Nigeria. Now, this is another young man from Senegal. This one is the president of Senegal today. He is 44. And this one is nearly 60 years old. Mommy boy. He's a table shaker from Nigeria. He shakes the table of those that stands up against the rigged, corrupt system, which he is a beneficiary. He would rather be an ass licker, a belectual, a mumulectual. He would rather be an humbled slave, sophisticated moron. And I don't think that is an inspiration for any children anywhere in the world. It won't be where you have this. Now, the person on your screen is the 44-year-old Bassirou Diomaye Faye, the latest president of Senegal. Their story is unique and motivational. Honestly speaking, they faced the same thing that the young people in Nigeria have been facing. Now, the saddest part here is, should I say the joke? Because it's funny. It's not funny, is it? Is it? No, it's not funny. It's kind of a joke as well, right? Where the country of supposed 200 million mumus congregates to sort of rule their misfortune of being part of a contraption where nothing like this is likely ever going to happen. Never. I'm serious. Now they are like, What does a 44-year-old do in Nigeria? Well, you've got a 44-year-old governor, 40-year-old governor, who have all existed in a corrupt system like you have in Nigeria. And that is why they said it is better in Nigeria to join the criminals so that you can try and change the system from inside. But that's a lie. Yeye Bello was 38 years old when he became governor of Kogi State. Look at what he did with Kogi, the White Lion or something. He is now the official ex-governor of Kogi State. He has an office. He has a convoy, including security. He was a young guy when he joined them. But look at Kogi State today. So they say, join them. Stop ranting. You need to join them. So these young people from Senegal decided not to join this old wagon, the old rogues. It's quite like, more or less like a societal decision. Then the entire system came for them. Oh, guy, yeah. Like, you haven't done yours to that point in Nigeria, I have to be honest, okay? Like, do you know something I also figure, right? It seems that there are so many things that goes on in other parts of Africa that are not really happening in Nigeria. For example, right? An incumbent president in some African countries can just arrest their opposition. Yes. Nigeria, they will just rig you. Okay? Like, they will just kind of like rig you. Like, that's normal, right? But in other African countries, Baba, I tell you, right? Shore, they will just say, okay, Omoyele Shore has been arrested. Election, they come. This one will be say like, when election no deal, election they come. Everybody is doing election. And then they will just say they've arrested you. But I arrested you. Not just that, oh, you've been disqualified. I swear. They happen in other African countries. They don't happen in Nigeria. Let's be honest, though. And you know something? Some African countries actually feels like Nigerians have so much freedom of speech. Do you know that? African countries, they believe that Nigerians, maybe because of the population, okay? They believe that Nigerians, when we complain, the rest of Africa knows everything going on in Nigeria. Everything. Because everywhere where you see Nigerian, they are complaining. So, are you a Nigerian? They say, well, I'm not in Nigeria, Joe. I'm not in Nigeria. That country. You see, that country is a country, everywhere where you see Nigerian, I mean, like, is that kind of a thing, right? So to them, it's like, you see this one that I'm doing right now, talking about Tinubu, talking about all these guys, about now flex for other African nations. You won't believe it. Cameroonians, Kenyans, Ugandans. I think Kenyans are a little bit more, okay. But I mean, like, their politicians are like extra. So in Senegal, okay, these two guys, like, they treat you in Nigeria. So it was a Sonko. This is their full story now, okay, but not full, but summary. So the Sonko guy happened to be the one like Shore, for example. Let's say Sonko was like Shore. And there are other people, okay, in another set of political parties too. And this guy, so that Sonko guy was the presidential candidate, okay, of that party. And it was the guy everywhere. You see that guy, you saw his speech that day talking about France, leaving Africa alone and all that. That's Sonko guy. So he was the presidential candidate. As they were preparing for the election, like last year, almost, announcement just came from the presidential palace that they have to be arrested. So they arrested the guy, and while in detention, election still deal, they arrested other people too. People supporting him, some of them killed. They disqualified him. Since he's been disqualified, that Sonko guy, that means he can't participate in the election. Sonko was in prison. Faye was in prison. And they said he happened to be the secretary, rather, right? He wasn't a candidate. So their political party was almost like removed from the election. So fast forward